the first week of June, which officially marks the start of school year 2010-2011. And for 2010, it officially marks the beginning of the quarterfinals of the 2010 Filoil Flying V Invitational Cup live here at the Filoil Flying V Arena in San Juan. Courtesy, of course, of ABS-CBN Sports on Studio 23. And here is the order of play here today. 2 of the 4 quarterfinal matches being played at the arena. At 2 o'clock, we have San Beda Red Lions taking on the JRU Heavy Bombers. And, of course, at 4 o'clock, Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles will take on the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the coverage. Thanks for tuning in on Studio 23. I'm Eric Ivan alongside Chris Soler.
Good afternoon, Eric. Good afternoon to all our televiewers. In summer tournaments like this, all NCAA showdowns offer something exciting all the time, and this will be no exception.
Oh, definitely. Just to give you an update of the first quarterfinal match that already was played today, FEU winning over UP in the first game.
Far Eastern University used a blitz in the 4th quarter to eke out a 12-point win over the UP Fighting Maroons. They are our first semi-finalists in the 2010 Filoil Flying V TIFF. As we see our bracket here, today's matchup features San Beda College. They are the 2nd place team in Group A, taking on Jose Rizal University, the 3rd seeded squad from Group B. And as the bracket indicates, the winner of this matchup will take on the victor of the San Sebastian College Recoletos de La Salle University game, which will happen at 6 p.m. today. It's a non-televised game, just like the FEU-UP affair a while ago. On the other side, FEU awaits the winner of our game later today.
And you see the semifinal schedule on Friday, live on Studio 23, starting at 2 o'clock, the semifinals, and on Sunday, the championships of the 2010 Filoil Flying V Invitational Cup. So do stay tuned for all of that. But in the meantime, let's get back to the game at hand and talk about the San Beda Red Lions' amazing run so far they've been having, and it's of course powered by Sudan Daniel.
Sudan Daniel is really a matchup nightmare. He's been the most imposing presence here in this tournament so far. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 4 blocks. You can't ask for anything more from this guy, and he is the machine that has powered, as you said, San Beda's 6-game winning streak in this tournament, the longest active streak thus far.
And that, you know, it's appropriate for him to be wearing the Superman logo on his chest. He's been playing just like the Man of Steel so far. Very good numbers, double-double for the sophomore player out of San Beda.
Daniel, of course, will always be that menacing presence down low. He's not your typical post-up guy, but he is very good at positioning himself and in particular sealing his defenders. And that's one thing that JRU has to be wary of today.
One of his advantages, of course, is the guy is very lean, very long, very athletic, but he's going to have his hands full today as he goes up the very long and lean and athletic Joe Etame as well from JRU.
Well, as they say, you have to pick your match, and this is the perfect matchup. Sudan Daniel oftentimes has been guarded by guys 2 or 3 inches below him.
Yeah, shorter
this
than
time, a taller guy is going to be on him.
So it's going to be fun, that matchup. Let's see if, you know, Sudan Daniel can rise up to the occasion and put up the same numbers or maybe even more, because they might need a lot from him, especially when there's a lot at stake today in this quarterfinal match between San Beda, the Red Lions, and of course, the JRU Heavy Bombers. Now, for more about Sudan Daniel, let's find out what's in his head. Earlier on, he talked with our Michelle Mediana.
With Sudan Daniel of the San Beda Red Lions. Hi, Sudan. So losing 5 key players from last year, what has been your role in the team all throughout the season? Were you expected to score more or defend more or like do more decoys?
Well, basically, Coach stressed the issue to all of us that we have a lot of key scorers. He doesn't need any heroes. So he told me personally that I don't have to focus on offense, but more on defense, rebounding, and all the key things that our team needs.
So for today's game, what will be your contribution to the team, like for you guys to win?
As I said, Coach wants me to focus on defense, so I can say I need to rebound, block shots, protect the paint, and all the little things to give our team energy that we need to win this game.
So thank you, Sudan, and good luck later. That has been Sudan Daniel of the San Beda Red Lions.
Wow, that is interesting that Coach Frankie Lim was actually asking Sudan Daniel not to do much on offense, but to just concentrate on protecting the paint, be a more defensive-minded player today.
Well, Eric, it's those little things that have fueled San Beda's run in this tournament. They have demolished the opposition in the group stages, and Daniel has played a huge part in that.
You know, it's going to be interesting to see the effect of that more defensive-minded Sudan Daniel today on the offense of the San Beda Red Lions. Now, in the meantime, let's jump on over to the other side of the hedge and see what's going on with JRU. One of their best guys, of course, Joe Etame, who has been performing pretty well, a Cameroonian for the Heavy Bombers.
6'8" from Douala in Cameroon, second largest city of that African country. He's in his second year, played sparingly last season, has been plagued by numerous injuries. We'll talk about that later, particularly on his left knee. But thus far, he is the leading scorer of the Heavy Bombers at 12.7 points and 8.5 boards. That's 6 games worth in the elimination round as he sat out JRU's opening 2 matchups.
It seems to be, judging from you know, the statement of Sudan Daniel, that he wants, he will be concentrating on defense today, is because of the fact that they want to tame the offense of Joe Etame.
Joe Etame is an integral part of the JRU offense, and at the same time, JRU generates a lot of its points from up close to the basket. So Sudan Daniel, it's paramount for someone like Sudan Daniel to patrol and man that paint, because if the Heavy Bombers don't run, which is something that they like to do, that's their first option, they take it strong to the hole. They have guys like Etame, they have guys like Marvin Hayes, and even John Lopez who can do the trick. But can they do it with someone like Sudan Daniel, as well as his backups like David Semrand and Kyle Pascual at the helm for the Mendiola quintet?
So, you know, it's needless to say that the front line of San Beda is going to be tested thoroughly as they try to cut down the 12.7 points per game of Joe Etame and try to limit that to get that W against the Heavy Bombers.
Joe Etame and Sudan Daniel, this will be a matchup to look forward to in the coming 86th season of the NCAA. But for now, we are going to be treated with more than a good appetizer.
Now, to find out the mindset of Joe Etame coming into this game, we'll send it to Patch Kansana.
Good afternoon, I'm with Joe Etame from the JRU Heavy Bombers. Good afternoon, Joe.
Afternoon.
Well, first of all, how is your knee?
I said it a while ago. Not pretty good, not pretty bad. I can do with it. I'm just doing with it.
Well, despite your knee injuries and having 15 points in your last game against Adamson, how did you perform really well?
Every time I step on the court, I'm just going to play my game. Like I don't really care about what I'm gonna feel on my knee, like bad or something. I'm just really willing to do good. So that's why, because I really believe in victory, I don't believe like in losing games and stuff. So I'm really going for I don't know. I'm really going hard. I really want to do my thing and win. That's why I always do my thing, and I think that's why I can score.
And now that you're going up against San Beda, which is one of the top teams in this league, what do you plan to do to win in today's game?
Actually, it's not my plan, but it's a team plan, because I'm not the only one involved in the game. I have 14 other teammates. So we really need everybody into that. We have to do that for our teams and for our coaches. We really have to do that to step up from our loss against Adamson.
Thank you, Joe, and good luck later. That was Joe Etame from the JRU Heavy Bombers.
Thank you, Patch. That team mindset in the head of Joe Etame, as he talked about, it's not just him, but there are 4 other guys on the court with him as JRU will try to win today. But it's important to note that Etame said that his knee's not that bad, but not that good. So it's not 100% therefore.
It's definitely not 100%. I had a conversation with him before the game. We can talk about that during the coverage, but it's safe to say that for now, Joe Etame is playing through pain, and he's willing himself. Just like his countryman, John Chotu J, he is a warrior. He may be a gentle giant off the court, but on the court, he is as ferocious as they can get. And indeed, as we mentioned at the top, he is a perfect matchup to Sudan Daniel.
All right, so it's a battle of the giants inside the paint as Sudan Daniel of San Beda Red Lions take on Joe Etame of the JRU Heavy Bombers. The tip-off is coming up next here on Studio 23.